one thing, Jamise, that I love, and Danyale, that I love about Cincinnati is all the groups are coming out. They're not just putting their names and logos on something. They're going to show up with volunteers. They're helping to fund, the food. They're helping to register people. Tell us more about what the groups are going to be doing on Saturday.
Yes, Barbara, this is Shanice. So we are definitely putting out our call to action with the Divine Nine. We are asking them to show up in numbers, to volunteer in any capacity that's needed, whether it's the setting up of each area to make sure that this event goes smoothly and there are no hiccups and everyone is having fun, as well as, carrying around a clipboard and speaking to the people that's at the event and confirming their status and getting them signed up. So, we are fully committed. We're all the way in, and we're just here in any capacity that we can be. We're going to have the food trucks. We're going to have some barbecuing. We have some
all right now.
church members. Come on now. The church is going to be here also supporting the community. And then, even the DJs that we're looking at, they're part of Divine Nine, and they're here to help energize the crowd, and keep this thing going. As Daryl said, they're going to be here for the party.
All right now. All right now.
Barbara, Barbara, there's some people around Cincinnati and around Ohio that say, well, I know all that I need to know about election and about my status. I don't need to show up. Well, Barbara, that's not always true, because what we know is this, because we're going to be on hand with all kinds of information. Because if your plan, because what do we say? Make your plan to vote, plan your vote, and then vote your plan. Well, if your plan to vote involves using an absentee ballot and a drop box in Ohio, you need to know what the new rules are, because, they have to have cameras now at these drop boxes. Not only can you you can't take all of your family's absentee ballots to drop them off in the drop box. They have new rules in place, new laws in place. You need to know this. You need to know that you can't go to the county courthouse anymore for the drop box. You got to go to the election office, and you have to go inside, and there's paperwork you have to fill out. All of this is information that will be available to folks that are attending these celebrations that we're having of the right to vote in Cincinnati, Ohio. Those are some of the reasons, Barbara, that folks need to show up and be certain that they can then make their voting plan and then go ahead and plan that vote out.
That's right. Now, every show we've been doing, everyone, for the last several weeks, we've been talking about the media and the media's coverage of voting rights. And, Ohio has been all over the news. When we were in Florida, everybody was talking about Ohio, about Springfield, about this horrible, lie that has been put out on the Haitian people. All of this is to discourage people from really viewing our, nation's politics as something that they should care about. It just perpetuates hate. And Springfield is just an hour, a little bit over an hour outside of Cincinnati. Just quickly, Danyale, just how did you feel about what's happening, how your state is being used to perpetuate this hate all over the country against people who are legal migrants. Right. Just how do you feel about this?
It's very disheartening when people allow disinformation and misinformation, right, to lead in how we communicate with each other, yet alone how we vote for what our basic rights are, which if you are an immigrant in this country, you are still allowed to vote, right? So these people that keep perpetrating and manipulating narratives or facts with propaganda, it all goes hand in hand, and why we're out here pushing the reason why we need to make sure that people know what it means to be eligible to vote, so that we can stop and lead the charge in discontinuing people to misinform others and deliberately mislead and place biased information in people's eyes, ears, and hearts. that lead them to vote in ways that aren't beneficial to what they actually require for the basic necessities of life in this country that we all deserve.
My. And everyone should know that there's a Black Pastors movement. They will be in Springfield when we're in Ohio also. They'll be there on this Saturday, to comfort the community, to show support and love to the community. All these bomb threats, all these, children not being able to go to school because they're scared, all this hate. It's time to stop the hate, people. That's one reason to vote. Stop the hate. So it's so important. Daryl, we're at that point now. We're about to close out our show, and we just want to do some final remarks, right, from people?
Absolutely. Francis, with the National Coalition for the Homeless, if people want to reach you, how do they reach you?
Yes, they can, first step, they can just go to the National Coalition for the Homeless.org, or they can reach out through the BringAmericaHomeNow.org. They can just reach out to me directly at my email, which is fkalombogoy@nationalcoalition.org. If you need information on getting your IDs, we actually partner with an organization called the Vote Riders. In partnership with them, we can actually, like an organization, can actually order like IDs for people. So it's important that reach out to us, need information. We can be able to help you with your specific need. We're more than happy to assist in any way we can. This fight is for all of us. We need to vote. We need to gather, engage your friends, your neighbors, your family. Go and vote because your democracy depends on it.
Amen. And also, you have at your website, at the National Coalition for the Homeless, you have a beautiful manual called You Don't Need a Home to Vote, Voting Rights Manual 2024. People, this tells you about your right to vote as a homeless person throughout the country. Right, Francis?
Yes, we do. In addition to that, we also have Know Your Rights. So for every single state, we have created the Know Your Rights, basically how to vote, when to vote. Everything you need to know about your state is actually included on the website as well. So reach out, go to our website again, the National Coalition for the Homeless.org. You got that information. And if you want to talk to any of our team, we're more than happy to have a call with you, like anytime, because this is important work. This is an important group we're working with, and I think we need to end homelessness. We need to make sure we vote so that everybody deserves to have a home. It's a human right. It's also a civil right, and the right to vote is also a human right issue as well.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for that, Francis. And Danyale Marshall with the National with NCNW. If folks want to get a hold of you and want more information, how do they get a hold of you in Cincinnati with NCNW?
Thank you. People can go to our website, which is cincyncnw.org. And on that site that we have, that is the Cincinnati sections, NCNW's website, we can go to About Us and Leadership, and on that page, you'll find all of our information here, from my email address on down to all four presidents, as well as our social justice chair, Letitia Hazel. So people can go to that website and find out more about our leadership and everything that we're doing here and staying active with our 8-state strategy to make sure that everyone is registered to vote.
And they can show up Saturday afternoon over at the party at the polls that we'll be having as well. Is that correct?
Absolutely. And we will be there in our purple full force, ready to go and get people active.
Now, Jamie, she started this with these colors. Now I'm going to try to keep it from being, any type of competition.
Hey, I invited. There's nothing like a good challenge. Come on now.
Jamie, how do folks get in contact with you? And I know that you're looking forward to Saturday as well.
Yes, I am excited about this, Daryl. I cannot wait. I mean, this is one of many things, and it's the energy. It's going to keep people coming out. But the best way you can get a hold of myself or even MPAC of Greater Cincinnati, you can reach us at Cincy MPAC. That's CINCYMPAC@gmail.com. Or you can reach us on Instagram, GCNPHC, Facebook, Cincinnati MPHC. Any of those platforms, you will get someone, and we respond immediately. And I do want to say thank you so much for inviting me on you guys' show. I have thoroughly enjoyed this opportunity. But I did want to echo just real quick and not take over what Daryl has said about this purging situation that you guys saw in Jacksonville. This is real. It's happening in Ohio, too. They have created an initiative that started in 2023, and they have purged close to 160,000 people in our state so far. 26,000 just as of last month. So as Barbara mentioned earlier, you need to constantly check your status. You may be registered today and you are on the list for purging and get kicked off tomorrow. So let's make sure that we're not falling victim to this distraction tactics. You know, as Danyale said, they're just using that as misinformation and trying to lead people to look at the wrong things. We need to stay focused.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right,
Karen, my divine sister, if people want to reach you, how do people reach you, Karen, and your closing word?
Hey, and my closing words are, I'm all over the place. I'm a household name in most communities in Cincinnati for a lot of the work I do. And my colors of pink and green will be appearing on Saturday as well. Come on, Danyale, we got you. Listen, if you want to get in touch with me, then I defer to my sister Jamie to the National Panhellenic Council's email. But I just want everybody to come out on Saturday. Come out, enjoy a good opportunity to engage with our communities. Love conquers all. When we come together and we show togetherness to each other, it conquers a multitude of things. There'll never be anything good that comes from hate or spewing hate or talking about others. So on Saturday, it's all good energy. Come out, check your registration. I'm about to go back out here with the seniors now because they thought they were protected because they've been registered forever, but they're not. Everybody, come on out. And Barbara and Daryl, I'm going to see you Saturday, right?
You know I'll be there on Friday. I'll see you Friday afternoon. I'll be there.
I love you guys.
Can't wait.
Love you guys. Safe travels. And thank you so much for the opportunity to come on and be a part of this show with you.
Amen.
Thank you so much for all that all of you are doing to promote and protect voters in Cincinnati and throughout the country. We're most appreciative of all of your efforts. Folks, we tell you, if you want to know more about Cincinnati and what's going on this Saturday, go to tjcoalition.org and take a look. I can tell you that all the information is going to be posted there. It'll be there waiting for you. We look forward to seeing you in Cincinnati for this I'll Rise and Vote as we overcome the barriers of voting, whether it's homelessness, whether it's young voters, whether it's seniors that are with exact name match, whatever it is. We're going to overcome these barriers together. We're going to rise up, and we're going to go out to the polls. But it's most important, as we say, Barbara, the biggest thing that we've got to do is we've got to plan your vote and then vote the plan that you've put in place. But get a voting plan in place, and before you put that voting plan in place, go do your voter checkup. Go to vote.org to be certain that your right to vote is there. They haven't moved your polling place, that everything appears in order. And then do it for each member of your family. And then once you have all of that in place, then put that plan in place and then execute the plan that you put in place. Folks, we look forward to seeing everybody on Saturday. Is that right, Barbara?
That's right. Be there. Be ready. Let's do this, folks. Time to vote.
Off the sidewalk, into the streets. Yes, right, off the sidewalks, into the streets, and we'll see you in Cincinnati. Peace, everybody.
Peace.
Peace.
The preceding program was paid for by Barbara Arnwine.
Kids across America are going to school hungry. Millions of kids every day. Hungry kids get sick more often and can struggle in school. It can be harder for them to focus and learn. But one simple thing can help change all of this for a hungry child in America. Good, healthy food and the energy it brings. With help from caring people across America, No Kid Hungry is providing healthy meals and hope to hungry kids so they can build better futures.
We want to ensure that all of our kids have healthy meals every day.
Thank you.
Thank you for helping feed our kids.
To learn more about ending child hunger in America, go to helpnokidhungry.org today.
WOL, Washington, D.C. W240.